get it going with the Dodgers and the Nationals. So the Dodgers on this East Coast swing where they played in Philadelphia Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now they head over to Nats Park to take on the Nats. And the Dodgers are a 210 favorite in this one against the Nats. The total in this game is 9. Weather should not be a concern anywhere on the East Coast, so that's a good thing. So we shouldn't have any rainouts, hopefully. Tyler Anderson going on the mound today for the Dodgers, who's been surprisingly good. For Washington, Joan Adon going. That's right. How about that name? Joan Adon.
You nailed it. You nailed it,
nailed
TC.
it. There you go. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Base winner, you wanna start us off?
Yeah, because I think it brings up a good point for me on, I can tell you what my line was. It was minus 250 was the base winner line. And you say, well, gosh, base winner, why aren't you putting that out with TC? And it's not because I want to be contrarian to TC, just to be contrarian. But for me, it just came down to, actually, there's a couple things. I wanted to put it in a parlay with the Yankees, and I thought that Cole price just kind of got out of control a little bit. Baltimore's also got a guy they're bringing up today that his name is Adley, his first name, and he's got really high projections. So it kind of lowered that line. So basically, I didn't really feel comfortable with the parlay, and I said, well, why don't you play this game on its own? And I can't lay 200 with Tyler Anderson. I look at his stuff plus, it's 14 percentile, and I think I'm just going to make that a rule. If the stuff plus is less than 20 percentile, I'm not gonna lay minus 200, and maybe it'll keep me off some winners. But I just principally just couldn't go with it. And Yana Dawn actually has better stuff plus than Tyler Anderson, and the Washington offense is capable. They got to Peralta yesterday, and so for those reasons, I'm not going to play it, although my model would indicate that there's value with the Dodgers, TC.
All right, well, let me try to sway a little bit here, Mark. So Joan Adon is 1-7 in that stat that you hate so much, but I put some stock into it. I think Jeff does too. Is ERA at 6.38 right now. This guy has 31 strikeouts and has walked 23 batters. And of his 8 starts, only one of those has gone past the 5th inning. He's going to get raked by this Dodgers lineup today. And here's a couple other things that I've been noticing with Washington here. Juan Soto has been downright awful. He's 3 for his last 25. And Davey Martinez moved him from 2 to 3. Further down the order, you get him because I really don't want to have Juan Soto coming up in the 9th inning. But he's struggling right now. And also Nelson Cruz got injured yesterday. So he's listed as day-to-day. More than likely, he's not going to play tonight. So check the lineups with that. But I really believe that the Dodger lineup is going to get to him. And it's the homecoming for Trey Turner. And I know Trey Turner loves hitting in Nats Park, so he's coming back home. I think Freddie Freeman will have a big series and a big game here tonight. And the Dodgers, their last 4 wins, they've actually covered on the run line. They've won by at least 2 runs. So yes, I'm jumping in on one of those rare plays here today, guys, with taking the Dodgers on the run line. I'm not a big Tyler Anderson guy, but outside of his last start, he's been pretty good and only given up 2 earned runs. So I think it's a good spot for that Dodger offense to get rolling. And plus, I love good teams coming off a loss. And that's what we got yesterday, as Jeff knows that they got beat by the Phillies yesterday.
Yeah, I think, that would be the play I would make. I probably will continue to play that small pretty much anytime the Dodgers are playing. I recently a little bit, I know you mentioned the last 4 or so, they've been good on the run line. It's only been recent where the Dodgers have struggled on the run line. I mean, up until then, I think they had 18 straight wins that were by 2 or more runs. Mark, I think makes interesting points. I think you both make good points. Look, the truth is about Tyler Anderson, he's not going to go very deep. You're lucky if you're going to get 5 innings out of him. Now, you look at his last 2 starts, particularly his last start, he went 7 innings, only gave up 2 runs. It was really just one bad start this year. That one start against Philadelphia where he gave up 7 runs over 6 innings. Outside of that, he's been pretty marvelous, frankly. I know that the stuff plus and some of the advanced metrics may not be in his favor, but you take that out of his repertoire here, and he's had a great season. So, you have a Washington team that's okay offensively. They're not terrible. I thought about maybe an over here, because I feel like if you like a team total over. So the team total for the Dodgers is 5.5. Pretty standard for them. They average 5 runs a game. You figure if they get 6 or 7, you're going to need 3 runs or 4 runs out of the Nats to feel comfortable about and over here. I think the best play probably would just be Dodgers run line. Adon is not a guy I want to, face if I'm the Nationals. I don't want him on the mound. This is a bad bullpen for them as well. So, yeah, this would check out run line wise for me. I have no issue with it.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Dodgers on the run line. Put me down for that one. And again, I get my 9 at bats today, which I like with the visiting team. And again, basically the lineup is stacked, 1 through 9 against Adon. I think he's very, very hittable. So I'll lay the run and a half today with minus 130.